Hey everyone, today we're casting some Starcraft 2, somewhere randomly out of nowhere. Don't know where that began, but I guess we're doing this now.
Heart of the Swarm is coming out soon, and we've decided to start doing some of these, just for fun.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, yep, we are. Before we go on, let's just actually introduce the characters, or the players. This isn't a machinima. God, I can't get that out of my head. Anyways, as you can see right now, we have LucifroN spawning in the bottom left.
And we have Adel spawning in the top right.
And LucifroN's one of those players that I really love to watch because he randomly popped back onto the scene out of nowhere not too long ago, but about a half a year ago, and just started owning face. Like, you know, he went relatively unheard of for a while and then just completely appeared back on and started blowing people away with his like great ZVT style.
Yeah. Well, as for Adel, I've seen him around. I haven't really heard about haven't heard about him too much, but you know, a little French guy, part of Team Millennium, and he's a pretty strong player out there, from what I've heard.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I hope to see some more stuff from him in the future. I wonder if you know, Heart of the Swarm is going to bring something like that around.
Yeah. You know, I've been hearing a lot of more pro players really liking Heart of the Swarm now, because a lot of changes they've made make the game really new, feel very different, even though it doesn't seem that different, seeing that they're only adding a few different units. But you know, it's a new game for them, and they feel very happy with it.
Oh yeah. And also, as you can see right now, Adel's going for Nexus first, which is, I guess in pro play, it's not too bad. If you try and do this on the ladder, it's going to be pretty bad. But with this Nexus first, you know, his economy is going to be fantastic. And
putting down that first gateway, actually, I thought he was gonna put down a forge, saying he's expanding fast. But I don't know. I don't really know this build that well.
Yeah, gateway into gas, it's pretty strong. The forge fast expand is something you tend to see a lot with TVZ, just because it's considered the best possible opening for Protoss, actually.
Oh, blocking wise. I've got it.
Yeah, blocking and just other certain advantages it gives you. And also something interesting from LucifroN is that he's doing the one barracks fast expand, but instead of building one supply depot barracks and then command center, he actually decided to completely wall off at his front, and then after that go into his command center next to here. So I'm assuming he's very paranoid about some sort of early pressure from the Protoss, which is understandable because there's a lot of things like 3-gate robo and obviously the good old-fashioned 4-gate. So,
well, he sees that gateway now starting to produce. So I'm assuming he is kind of worried about what he's going. And whoa, what is going here? A bunker.
Yep, looks like he's going to try and place a bunker down and maybe do some pressure. But I mean, as it seems, it looks like that Adel is just going to easily thwart this.
Yeah, good thing he actually noticed it.
Yeah, and I mean, and I think this bunker pressure is probably just fake, because if you see, he's going he's going triple orbital command. Oh, really greedy from him. Holy crap.
I'm hoping this isn't gonna be some kind of weird play. This is looking very iffy.
What he's probably gonna do is, you know, after this orbital goes up, yeah, turn this into an orbital from the command, float it down here to his natural, and then pump 3 SCVs at a time, and then also be able to get that heavy mule production, so he can really get his economy going.
Yeah, probably wants that big macro.
Oh yeah, and I mean, if you think about it, it's not too bad versus the Protoss, because I mean, as you can see, the Protoss went Nexus first, so there's not going to be a whole lot of early pressure he can do anyways. So
I'm seeing this game going mid game to late even, because of the actual like focus on macro right now. It seems like this game is going to last a little.
Yeah, and I mean, that's where it definitely gets interesting, the late game TVP, because I mean, as a Terran player, I love to see the use of Ghosts and EMP, because it's, I mean, learning that is really difficult as Terran. Like late game, if you've ever heard of QXC's term called being protossed, it's actually quite common. You know, you get your nice big army built up for Terran, and you make one mistake and everything dies to the death ball, and you just pretty much end the game, and you're in a you pretty much rage after that. I mean, there's not much you can really do. And also, he's following this up with a stim and starting Marauder production, which funnily is quite early. Usually when I do my builds anyways, I tend to do my Marauder production around like 7 to 8 minutes, but He's starting this up a lot earlier, but I guess it would make sense to try and obviously zone out some zealots and stuff like that.
It seems that the players are going out for a little duo there. Adel has a forward stalker all the way right next to LucifroN's space right now, and I see that he's starting to rush over units. Yeah.
Probably what he's going to do is just poke up here, and then. But I mean, yeah, LucifroN's got these 2 bunkers, so I think he's going to be perfectly safe. I mean, there's not a whole lot of pressure he can put on. I mean, if he gets some good force fields to stop the repair on the bunkers, if it gets, you know, too intense, that can be quite annoying. But other than that, LucifroN's going to be in a pretty good position.
Yeah, getting down those gates, I see.
Yeah. I mean, also, LucifroN's got a stim going, so it should be up pretty soon. Probably by the time... Oh, no, Adel's hitting now. So it looks like he's coming in with some early pressure. And actually, it looks like... I don't know, LucifroN's probably going to hold this pretty fine, like I said before. He's got the SCVs repairing in front.
aren't located very well right there.
Well, funnily, if you notice, he put the force fields behind the bunker instead of in front. That's actually a technique a lot of Terrans use, like that I learned when I first started playing. Putting the SCVs in front makes it harder to force field off everything, so you can actually get that repair. As you can see, Adel's trying to put in some pressure here, and it looks like LucifroN's definitely starting to have some trouble. But again, with the Marauders, especially with that early production, is really, really helping him. You can see Adel just keeps trying to pressure the front of his base. I don't know what else to say, but I think LucifroN's probably going to hold this pretty well. And
he's going for extra pressure on this. See, he's putting down some shields. Oh, no. Yeah, he's putting down some combat shields. Maybe he wants to,
Yeah. I mean, it's like the upgrade you get next. You get Stim, Combat Shield, and Concussive Shell. Which is great. I mean, thankfully his stim's finally done, and obviously he does a stim here, which is great. The fact that his stim got done at this time is pretty nice, actually. I mean, you see, he's already got 2 medevacs coming up, so once these medevacs come out, I think he's going to be doing pretty decent. But, I mean, this force over here by Adel is pretty scary. Not going to lie.
Yeah, it's a pretty big ball, but it seems that Adel's not putting down a forge, going for that one shielding. I don't know, I don't see too much different, specialized building right here. Oh, and there goes another frontal assault. Yeah. But these medevacs out right now, it seems that LucifroN's going to be able to hold this off pretty well, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Adel's just going to have to go home and try and macro up behind this because, I mean, again, LucifroN, after he's got the 2 medevacs, combat shields are going to be done soon. He's getting +1. I mean, as far as all that goes, it looks like he's going to be fine. But also, if you notice, it looks like a Templar Archives is coming down for LucifroN at the moment, which is going to be rather scary.
Maybe we'll see some of them storms.
Oh yeah, it's going to be very, very rainy here, I think, soon. And I'm interested to see like LucifroN's style, because I don't get to see him play PvZ or PvT that much, and how he's good at baiting and dodging storms. Because as a Terran, this is something that's really difficult, is to try and get the Protoss player to storm in places that he shouldn't be doing, and to get him to try and waste that. Oh, it looks like LucifroN's finally engaging over here. And,
he's pushing out some kind of attack. Wow, good force fields down there.
Yeah, I mean, Adel definitely is going to have to go back. I mean, again, with a force like this, he's got, what, 5 medevacs and Marauders with Stim, Combat Shield.
Oh, look at that stutter step. Oh.
Yeah, pretty good standard, like, stutter step style. I mean, right now, actually, Adel's definitely going to have to be on the defensive, because, I mean, if you look at it, he's got some Stalkers and Zealots and 2 Sentries. I mean, gateway units are really bad versus any type of units like this from Terran, because you need something like, obviously, High Templars, which he's teching to, and Colossus, but he doesn't have either at the moment, so it's going to be really, really tough.
Yeah, he still doesn't have any Robos down.
Yeah, I know.
But it seems he's going to be able to hold this off.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, he's getting charged for his Zealots too, which is going to be nice. And yeah, he's going to hold this off pretty well. Looks like LucifroN's going to have to back off and macro up.
Storm's just about done, so he'll be able to, I believe, go on the offense back again once he's to have that down. And he puts down High Templar. The High Templars are out in the field right now.
Yep, and it's just gonna sit back and try and build up a lot of energy to do some nice OP storms on the Terran. Looks like maybe a misrallied medevac, or I don't know what that was, but I mean, behind this, LucifroN has taken a third. Look at all those mules
That
just
will
sitting
actually
there.
let him know that he has those High Templars out in the field now, so that's actually good for him.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going to want to prepare, and as you can see, he's got a Ghost Academy already going down. His armory, so he can go for his 2-2 upgrades. His, 1+1 defense is getting done. I mean, as it stands, LucifroN's doing pretty good. He's got...
It's going very defensive now. Look at all those bunkers up front.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's probably just not willing to cancel... Oh yeah, I can see right there. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, he's definitely got a lot. I think he's sensing a big attack coming from Adel. Adel seems like he has a very aggressive play style, so I think this is a smart choice. Because Adel's army is a lot bigger than...
Speaking of Adel's army, he's not pushing out, and those, I was about to say those bunkers won't fall, but I was able to follow up. No. Oh, and Adel's going after these destructible debris.
Yeah, it's pretty smart to do that, because you can just go and circumnavigate the bunkers completely. I mean, it's really annoying as a Terran when you're, trying to defend, and next thing you know... Yeah. Also, funny storm right there. He kind of debated one out of Adel, which is really, really smart. Actually, storming those SCVs, which really, really sucks. When he menaced the stands, he really didn't get that many. I mean, I don't understand why he was storming that. He should be definitely doing that on the army because, yeah, the
needs
SCVs...
to get those bunkers, needs to get those units out of those bunkers right now to support his army. He's going to lose from those storms.
He's running pretty low on the storms. I guess that's a possibility, but it looks like... Yeah, see, there we go. Those are the storms that are definitely going to cause LucifroN so much trouble. Again, with LucifroN's great macro and his upgrades, there's not much he can really do versus it. He gets the force field off the ramp, so it can, buy him some time to either run away or try and warp in some more stuff, but...
I see he's now on he's going on back. It seems that he wasn't able to destroy as much as he wanted, but at least he was able to stall him on some of the economy growth that he was going for. Another force coming up down.
Yeah, it looks like he's going back up to his base. He's got his third, but not really many probes at all here. So it looks like he's definitely trying to play this really aggressive style, but again, one of the great advantages of Protoss is playing it a little bit later game. But I'm also curious as to if maybe Adel is kind of intimidated by LucifroN and he doesn't feel that he can really play that late game scenario. Because even as a Protoss with, that ultra late game deathball army...
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be taking up to that at all.
He's got...
No, he doesn't have any robos down anyway.
Yeah, and maybe he's just deciding to go for more of a High Templar play this time because he's not too comfortable with Colossus. His resources are... Well, plus, look at his gas. He's only got like 100 gas income. But pretty ballsy move by taking the center base right here.
Well, that will be hard to defend if he doesn't... Well, he does have his force up front, but...
It does, but compared to
LucifroN's building up his force right now, so... Oh, and those ghosts are out as well. Yeah, and he finished also... Cloaking's now going down as well.
Yep, Ghost, Cloak's almost done, and on top of that, all those Ghosts is going to be great to snipe off all the High Templars. He's seeking... Ooh, those feedbacks, though, pretty deadly. And those Ghosts just completely get annihilated. And you just have to back off. Once your Ghosts die like this, you're not going to be in a great position. But, actually, when it comes to look at it, most of his High Templar are pretty low on energy. And morphing those into Archons and maybe try and save them, which is, always a very smart thing to do. And the Zealots are just, coming and charging in on all the Marines, but it's just not... Yeah, there's not much you can do versus that. And, it looks like this game... Oh, yeah. Well, a combination of snipes...
Adel throws down the GG, and that's game.
Yeah, LucifroN just had a very decisive win on this. His play is pretty much perfect. Reading the Protoss, seeing, okay, he's going High Templar, automatically getting that Ghost Academy. On top of that, getting both upgrades for the Ghost, +3, cloaking. It's just so perfect.
Like you were saying, it doesn't seem like Adel was geared towards the long or late game play for this game at all, because... he does have the macro to support it, but he does not have any buildings or any upgrades or anything to actually start up that late game play.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to go for that very aggressive. I mean, he went Nexus first and then went into full-on aggression, and LucifroN's one of those players that I've always considered him a very, very good all-around player. You know, you see people like the Muslim who are excellent at their, you know, his macro is great, obviously, but his micro is where he really, really shows. Like LucifroN, even though he comes from Warcraft 3, he still has that very robust style. But other than that, yeah, I think there's a pretty great game. And just letting all you viewers know that eventually, once Heart of the Swarm replays start coming out, we definitely want to start casting those. But the game's changing so much at the moment, it's really, really hard to find any that are of the recent patch. And I mean, just today it got patched. Now Hellbats only can, Medivacs can only carry 2 Hellbats instead of having 4, which is nice because I know the Zerg players are kind of raging at that. Anyway, so you want to close this out, Aaron?
Yeah, sure. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to slap that like or subscribe or, you know, any other button that we may offer you. Wink, wink. And we'll see you guys next time.